Hi. So today I am going to share with you about the remedy that is available to the defendant or the person against whom the case is filed by the plaintiff when a fake or a fraudulent decree is obtained by the plaintiff. Now, can a fake or a fraudulent decree, can it be obtained from the court? And the answer is yes. There can be many instances when a fake and a fraud decree can be obtained due to misrepresentation of facts and proving those misrepresented facts. Now imagine a fake decree or a fraud decree is obtained by the plaintiff. Why defendant must not go for appeal is because the decree will hit a self goal by itself. Now if defendant goes to appeal, the decree will be corrected. So it is disadvantageous for the defendant to go for appeal. Instead, the plaintiff must go for appeal, and invariably plaintiff will not go for appeal because the decree is in the favor of plaintiff. Whosoever is in a disadvantageous position goes for appeal. When a fake or a fraud decree is obtained, plaintiff is in a disadvantageous position. That is to say, the person who filed the case is in a disadvantageous position than the person against whom the case is filed. That is, defendant is in an advantageous position and plaintiff is in a disadvantageous position. It's best explained with an example in a specific performance suit. Now, specific performance suit is a suit filed by the buyer against the seller if the seller doesn't come forward for the registration. Now, if buyer files a specific performance suit, praying the court to perform the agreement of sale entered with the seller, the schedule must be correctly shown in the case. Now, if there is a wrong schedule in the agreement of sale and if the wrong schedule is also written in the plaint or in the case, then court will grant decree on the wrong schedule itself. And when a schedule is given erroneously in the case file, court will not be able to execute that decree because mere obtaining a decree doesn't solve the problem of the person who comes to the court. That decree must be executed, that order must be executed. So if a fake or a fraudulent decree is obtained by misrepresenting the schedule of the property erroneously, court cannot execute the decree. That must be corrected by the plaintiff in appeal. Now, if defendant goes in appeal, then it will be disadvantageous for the defendant if the decree is corrected. So the plaintiff must go in appeal, and plaintiff invariably will not go for appeal because he got a decree in hand. Try to understand, when a case is filed in the court, it will be either allowed or it will be dismissed. When it is allowed, it is called a decree. So when the case is allowed, it is in favor of the person who filed the case, that is plaintiff. When a case is dismissed, it is in favor of the defendant otherwise. That is, the case of the plaintiff is wrong. So invariably, and in all cases, in most of the cases, defendant goes in appeal because when a suit is decreed, it is against the defendant. So defendant goes in appeal. Now here I am trying to distinguish an exception where a fake or a fraudulent decree is obtained by the plaintiff. There is no need for defendant to go to appeal. It is for the plaintiff who goes to appeal, and if the plaintiff is overconfident and doesn't go for appeal, then in the next course of action that will be taken by the plaintiff is to execute the decree, and plaintiff will not be able to execute the decree because the schedule is wrong. So defendant need not worry. So the sum and substance of this video is, if a fake decree or a fraudulent decree is obtained by the plaintiff suppressing the facts and misrepresenting the facts or doing some other things there, because there can be hundreds of things that can be done by the parties through their advocates in the courts, because courts will go on evidence. If fake evidence is brought to the court and sometimes defendant could not identify that fake evidence or the defendant's counsel could not identify that fake evidence, then there is nothing to worry, because the decree will fail, the decree will fall on its own and will hit a self goal. So hope I'm clear. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, kindly comment.